Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is November 25th, 2024, and today we're going to be discussing Inigo Martinez's pre-match press conference ahead of tomorrow's match in the Champions League against Brest. Because even though I usually do not comment on the interviews of whichever player accompanies Flick, what Inigo Martinez said today needs to be repeated. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. My name is Moan. As I mentioned before, I'm currently out of town, so I'm away from my studio. But don't worry, I do have my camera, my laptop ready to give you all Barcelona news. This is why I'm bringing you this short live stream. This is just to keep you updated. I won't be addressing the chat section. This is just because I cannot tape, edit, upload, etc., etc. This is the only way I can keep you up to date while I'm on the road. Having said all that, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. If you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, be sure to Go Kids Get Back Fanatics. If you're looking to place any sports bets, make sure you hit the bet us. All links are in the description. And let's begin with the news, because we do have to talk about the pre-match press conference that Inigo Martinez gave ahead of the Champions League match against Brest. I did another video discussing Hansi Flick's press conference, so make sure to check it out. Lots of updates in there, including injury updates. But even though I usually don't cover whichever player comes to the press conference with Hansi Flick, today I decided to do it with Inigo Martinez, because I think Inigo Martinez, through this press conference, has once again showed us that he is a Barcelona captain, even though he does not have the armband. Now, the first thing that Inigo Martinez was asked was about his contract renewal. As you know, his contract expires at the end of the season. And this is what Inigo said in typical leader response. I don't even think about it. It's one of the things that can make you lose focus and not concentrate on what you have to do. I focus on my own thing and on the day-to-day and enjoy the opportunities. If it has to come, it will come, and everyone will be happy. But I focus on competing at the maximum. If it doesn't come, I'll say that I've been at Barca for 2 years. So answered like a true leader, like a true captain without an armband. Inigo Martinez being asked, what's going to happen with your contract renewal? You're going to renew it or you're not? He says, I don't care. Why? Because Inigo is 100% focused on playing his best, on giving his best, on being at the top form. He's focused on training, on learning, on playing matches, on being a leader. That's all he's focused on. That's all he cares about. He does not care whether his contract gets renewed or not. Of course, if it gets renewed, he'll be happy. And if not, he'll still be happy, because he gets to say that he had the honor and privilege of playing for Barcelona for 2 years. So a true leader response, an amazing response by what has been one of the best and greatest leaders that this squad has had during this season. Now, of course, given the draw against Celta Vigo, Inigo Martinez was asked about that. And this is what he had to say. It was hard to digest. It was a game that we had under control, so to speak. In certain situations, the team let 2 vital points slip away. It's normal that the manager and the whole team felt angry, but these things happen in football. We win and we all lose. We let an important opportunity slip away. So Inigo Martinez admitting that that was an opportunity that the team had, that they lost due to their own mistakes. This was not the referee. This was not the calendar. This was not injuries. This was not the sun. This was not the grass. This was the team's own fault, because the team, through silly mistakes and through lack of intensity throughout the whole match, let an opportunity slip away, let 2 points slip away, because Barcelona were winning 2-0 up to, or 0-2, I should say, up to 80th minute. There was absolutely no excuse for Barcelona letting this win slip away from them. And Inigo Martinez saying that, of course, because of those mistakes, because they let it slip away, it's understandable that Flick and the entire team was angry, which is very important. Why? Because remember when Barcelona lost El Clasico match last season, and Gundogan came into the locker room and everybody was laughing and ha 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 and on their phones and doing Instagram posts. And Gundogan got so upset because it's like, what are you guys celebrating? What are you happy about? You just lost to your arch rival. You should be angry at yourself. So it's good to know at least that things have changed in the locker room. Or this time around, they were not happy. They were not messing around. They were actually angry, just like Flick was, because after all, again, it was the team's fault for letting this opportunity slip away. Now, Inigo Martinez did discuss, about how other teams are now learning and adapting to Barcelona's style of play. And this is what the Barcelona defender had to say. The rival watches Barca's games and analyzes them. More than getting behind us, it's how they press, in what way and when they press. If they press, it's more difficult for them to catch us behind. The Real game and the Celta game, when we lower the intensity, they create chances for us and they can create danger for us. They've caught us in a few cases when we've been offside. It gives us more than it takes away. Trying to keep the line as far away as possible. There have been times when the line shouldn't have been so far forward to avoid risks. We have to continue along the same line even if fast forwards are looking for us. If we're doing well, it's very difficult for them to create chances for us behind. So, Inigo Martinez talking about, how things did not work as well against Real Sociedad, against Celta. It's as well because the other teams, they're watching Barcelona matches. They're watching the tape. They're analyzing the team. They're figuring out a way on how to beat Barcelona. But he's also highlighting that even though other teams are learning our style of play, it doesn't mean that we do away with our style of play. No, we improve on it. We continue doing the offside trap. But in order for that to work, you have to focus on the intensity and on positioning, which are two things that have failed both against Real Sociedad and Celta Vigo. Every time we got caught, it wasn't because our offside trap did not work. It was because the team was not playing with enough high intensity, where the players were not pressuring to recover the ball, and where the defensive line would fall asleep and someone was not in line, and therefore the offside trap would not work. So it's not about throwing everything away, starting from scratch. It's continue working on what you've already built, continue improving on it, learning from your mistakes, growing, and that's how it's going to continue to work, even though other teams are starting to study our tapes. Now, Inigo Martinez was asked whether the team has a dependence on Lamine Yamal since, the 2 matches or 3 matches that he missed, we've only gotten 1 out of 9 points. And this is what Inigo had to say. We know his importance. I won't deny it. It gives us a lot. It pushes back the opponent's defensive line. It generates a lot of fear. He's vital to the team, but that can't mean that the next guy who comes on isn't going to be up to the task. I have no doubt that everyone who comes on gives 100% or 200%. The day Lamine is not here and we win, we will not talk about it. We have enough players to win every game. So Inigo Martinez saying that, yes, Lamine, very important, very talented, causes a lot of damage to opponents, but if he's not there, it doesn't mean that that's it. It's over. You have to have other players that can take his place and step up to the task. They might not be as good as him, but you have to have players that come on and can fulfill that task. And that's, of course, very important in every winning team. When one of your players is down, the whole team cannot fall apart. You have to have someone else that can take their place and be able to continue filling that spot. Now, finally, Inigo Martinez was asked about his relationship with Hansi Flick, and this is what the Barcelona defender had to say. This is the year I'm enjoying the most. Everything is going well. You compete every game. You notice that the coach is very fond of you. Hansi, from the first minute, showed me that he wanted to see me and wanted to give me that opportunity. Logical for a new coach. I didn't want to be bothering the boss if he didn't trust me. So when you're, of course, highlighting that he has a pretty good relationship with Hansi Flick, because Hansi Flick trusted him from day one. And of course, that trust is being rewarded because we're all seeing what a fantastic form Inigo Martinez is. And I have to say, I was very, very impressed with his press conference. He spoke like a true leader, like a true captain, even though he does not have the captain's armband. Now, I do want to hear you guys' thoughts about Inigo Martinez's press conference, so let me know in the comment section. Again, I did an earlier video about Hansi Flick's press conference, so make sure to check that out. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, be